Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching. Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Reveal yourself! Need backup! Shields up! They're coming!
Fire in the hole! Someone's here. I got you.
Grenade out!
Contracts have all been signed and certified, Captain, and your advance has been passed on through Chone channels. This operation is costing me a fortune, so I expect quick results. My agents have located the hideout of the Kirab who hijacked our water transport.
Welcome, visitor,
Your force is
to
to
Imperial
punish the
Desert
bandits and
Testing
recover
Station
what
number
water you can.
197. I
Remember,
am Station Supervisor.
any necessary correspondence is to come directly to me, not anyone else in the guild.
Eyes on enemy!
Eyes on enemy. Identify yourself! Who's that?
By all that's holy, Lazaro, you were right. The water transport had far fewer guards than we normally see. It was a trivial matter to overwhelm them. And the ice from the pole, Lazaro. I never thought to see such a sight. We are bringing the transport back to the station by secret paths. Have the tank prepared. The thirsty of the region will soon be coming to us with their Solaris in hand. We will all be rich as nobles.
Dr. Verde was right. There is water here. The problem isn't finding it. It's keeping it. Our very first bore turned up water aplenty. It was deep, but we initiated a strong flow. We barely finished patting each other on the back when flow trickled out. The same with our second bore, and our third, and almost a dozen others. Always the same. A strong flow that quickly dries up. None of the big brains seems to have an answer for it. Dr. McCain wants to investigate that oily residue that keeps coming up on the equipment. She thinks it might be organic in nature. Could that somehow be the problem?
I see someone. Where's my reinforcement?
Need to reload.
Ask any of the nobles, what is a kirab? A petty bandit, they will tell you. I, Lazaro Fine, am such a kirab, as was my father and his father before him. Yes, I am a bandit. I embrace that, but I do not accept being petty. There is wealth and power to be had on this Dune, even for one such as me. There is the spice, of course, but spice is the treasure of the Imperium. So what, I ask myself, is the treasure of Dune? Water. Water is that treasure. I see the masters of the Water Shippers Guild growing rich, and I think, why not me? Can water not make even a Kirab a rich man? Indeed, it can. If that Kirab is bold enough to take it. And I am bold enough.
I got you!
Hey, Captain. I know a fellow who's a grunt for the Watershippers Guild, and he told me something you might want to know. That guild exec that hired us, Oren Rosin? Well, it seems he has been trying to impress his bosses by reducing expenses. Only one of the ways he tried to save money was by cutting back on security for his ice shipments. The Kirab probably wouldn't have been able to hijack that shipment if it had the required number of guards. And now, Rosin's desperate to try and fix things before the hammer falls. Thought this info might be useful if we want to try to screw some extra money out of him.
This will be my last entry for... well, maybe for good. We've just received word that the protests against the thinking machines have escalated into full-scale war. Everyone says it's a struggle for the very existence of humanity. All the testing stations are being evacuated. We're shutting everything down while we await transport. I hope they hurry.
Shields up!
Who's that? Who's that? Protect yourself. Shield on!
Welcome, visitor, to Imperial Desert Testing Station number 197.
Don't shoot, don't shoot! I'm unarmed and... Oh, it's you! My erstwhile apprentice. Keep your voice down, please. I'm still trying to complete my audit, but the difficulties continue to mount. The Cho mercenaries up top sneered at my Imperial seal, but they let me past. But as soon as I went inside, people started trying to dart me. So I retreated, and I've been here considering my options. Until you showed up, my well-armed friend. I'm just remembering how competent a certain somebody was back at testing station number 2. Maybe we can revisit our arrangement? Here's what I am proposing. You get inside the testing station and, just like last time, find me the mnemic films containing the reports. In return, I'll teach you some more about the practical applications of planetology and ecological systems. Deal? Once again, I am in your debt. I'll... wait here then? Shall I? You're back. Good, good. I haven't dared to move too far. I don't think I can rely on my Imperial credentials around here. I knew I could count on you, of course. Thank you, friend. Planetology is a practical vocation, but I've never been much of one for violence. I promised you more planetology training, yes? Meet me at my camp in the South Haga Basin. I don't think this is a conducive environment for learning. I've been thinking about Kynes and the testing stations, this focus on changing Arrakis. There used to be a dream on this planet that it could be something more. I think that is why Kynes sent me that letter. That's the thing, I just don't know. But there might be a way to find out, if you'll help me with another task. I need you to deliver a report of my progress to my superior, Cyprian Io. And while you're there, I need you to convince him to give me access to Kynes' research, which he would have inherited as planetologist for Arrakis. He's a product of the Regis Familia, with everything that entails. A good family, a strong bloodline, and wealth beyond imagining. But that has made him spoiled, lazy, and incompetent. I doubt he understands more than the basic fundamentals of planetology. Yet, here we are. Be careful. While Arakeen is under the Guild peace, I don't doubt that he holds petty grudges. Just deliver the report, make the request, and leave. Here, take these Shigawire reels. They contain the details of my audit thus far. As for Cyprian Io, I suspect he'll still be in Arakeen. He was holding court at the Seleucid Bull, an officer's bar, when I last saw him. Look for him there. I remember. I've spent so much of my recent life as a scholar that I'd forgotten what it was like to get my hands dirty in the field. For the older generations, yes, field research was a major component, really understanding the planet, you know? A myriad of ecosystems. It's why Pardo Kynes was such an inspiration. A man who walked the walk, lived amongst the Fremen. I wish I could have met him. Or his child, Liet Kynes. I wonder... No. Let's just focus on your training. I left my life at the Academy to come here and help the Kynes. I feel like, even with both of them gone, I could do more. Never mind. Then pay attention. A planet is merely an expression of energy, a machine being driven by its sun. Relationships within relationships. There. I hope some of this will be of use to you. You remain a suspiciously apt pupil.
Report, Trooper. Did you discover the manifest? Let's see. Good work. I knew you'd get the job done, Trooper. Don't worry about the code. My good friend, Master Chim, will crack it. I've contacted Dr. Kumari and told her to prep for the procedure. I told her I would apologize properly after she takes this damn thing out of my head. No, and she doesn't have to, because you're going to get me that master transmitter. Right now, your mission is to secure my ride to Harko. An ex-Dune man, Campos Damari, runs an ornithopter charter service out of the Arakeen Suk. He mostly takes bored nobles out to see the big worms. But he also has a side gig running contraband between the villages. You're going to make contact with Damari and tell him you want to ship a live package to Harko. That you want to avoid docking fees. Come back to me when it's set. As always, Boot. The details are in the contract.
Why is this person speaking with us? Portafoy, would you remove them from my sight? Wait. Portafoy, disregard last order. We must not physically harm the peasants. I can already hear grandmother's lecture in my head. Oof. It appears that now that I am Imperial Planetologist, it is unseemly to harm the paws, even just for fun. Very well, what do you want? Oh, nothing dramatic. He might have broken an arm or a collarbone. Perhaps a few errant teeth might have been deposited in the gutter. Yeah. Just a bit of light sport, you know. Oh, that's a story. He was my kidnapper. He and his gang of Opichan thugs stalked and took me from my room at the academy. I was but a tadpole at 8 years old. I simply identified Portafoy as the dominant of his species and negotiated with him to betray the rest of his motley crew and take me home. He's been with me ever since. What a delightful topic of conversation. Perhaps you are worthy of dallying in my presence, at least for a little longer. I am Cyprian Io, Imperial Planetologist, as appointed by our Padishah Emperor. I have, after years of hardship, risen to my rightful station. Hard indeed. My elder brother, the Narduke of our family, was favored. He spent all of his time at the capital, while I was kept at our estate. Kept from the sphere of politics, held apart from my true calling. Instead, I was sent the finest tutors and scholars to teach me. Were you not paying attention? I just explained the hardship. My credentials? My birthright is the only credential I need, Paul. I am grandnephew to the Padishah Emperor Shaddam Corino IV. I could have Portafoy kill you right here in the open, and nothing would be done about it. Well, that's not completely true. Someone would have to clean you up. No, I didn't say that. Don't put words in my mouth. Did Fenric put you up to this? Damn it, he knows I claim no authority here. Another slack-jawed peon come to gawk at your betters. From whom? A fellow planetologist, you say? And you've come from the academy with a message? Oh yes, him. Oh, he's still alive then. And he sent you with a report? Yes, Portavoy can take those for further study. And how was Derek? Is he... well... Kynes? The old planetologist. What does he want with Kynes' work? Oh, I see. I see what he's doing. He's trying to undermine me. He wants proof that Kynes wanted him in this position instead of me. He wants to show the Emperor that he's a better choice for planetologist. Well, it won't happen. Portavoy, destroy those Shigawai reels. And you, return to Derek and inform him that his request is denied. He will never have access to Kynes' research. Now, be gone from my sight. Another slack-jawed peon come to gawk at your betters.
Welcome back. it's you again. Come to share your secrets this time? If you want to avoid docking fees, that costs extra. Call it the smuggler's paradox. 3,000 Solaris will cover my fuel and the bribes we must pay. Throw on an extra 1,000 for my time. Very good. I'll get your package to Harko and back.
You're back. I've been waiting for you, Trooper. Did you secure my transportation to Harko? Well done, Trooper. You've gone above and beyond. That's not something I take lightly. If we were in any kind of real military formation, I'd recommend you for a promotion. It's been an honor training you, Trooper. I thought my days as an instructor were behind me forever. But somehow, the spark is still there. I have you to thank for showing me that. Good news on that front. Very good news. We have a name. A real black-hearted piece of shit, too. They'll be doing the known universe a favor. The Mark is a slave lord called Nallus. And I'll take it as a personal favor if you make sure he leaves this world screaming. Nallus was the pig that put the servo-stimulator implant into my head. In my deepest moments of pain and despair, I sustained myself by imagining his death in countless ways. As much as I appreciate your zeal, securing the master transmitter has to be the mission priority. If Nallus dies badly, I'll take that as a bonus. Dr. Kumari has made contact to let me know she's prepped and ready. I go under the knife as soon as you deliver the master transmitter to her. No such luck, but my intel broker is working on that right now. He'll deliver Nallus's location to a dead drop near the Hand of Kadir. You need to get to that dead drop, find Nallus, and take the master transmitter. Preferably from his cold, dead body. The details are in the contract, Trooper. Get it done, and I'll teach you my final combat technique. And Trooper, when this is all said and done, we'll raise a cup together like proper soldiers. Good hunting.
Greetings. I trust I need no introduction. You may tell your chums that you have met a god, for you have been in the presence of Heldebor Desio. heresy! Is it possible, however astoundingly improbable, that you have not heard the name of the legendary Haldebor Desio? Acclaimed leggero tenor, beloved raconteur, a name both whispered in hushed reverence and shouted in exalted joy as the crowd begs for another encore. Come now, I am the poet laureate of the known universe. A person can be more than one thing. I myself am a multitude. Listen now to the words of Haldebor Desio. We are the musician kings and queens. Our voices cause even the mute vacuum of space to quake. From our beauteous homeworld of Chusuk, we cultivate an oasis for the arts, culture, and learning. Our history is relatively short, yet grand. Our founder, Francesco Verota, raised us from humble instrument makers to a minor house under Padishah Emperor Almarak III. We arrested the Siridar earldom of Chusuk from House Mandivold in the 9th millennium. We seized the day. We charmed destiny itself. Mistake us not for erudite peacocks. We enjoy a history of glorious military and economic accomplishment. We simply have the skill to sing it.
You again? What now? Besides suffering this audience with you? Oh, you really expected an answer. I am the Imperial Treasurer here in Arakeen. As such, it is my sworn duty to receive, count, and convey His Imperial Highness's right and proper incomes. How would I know? It seems my lot in life is to stand here and be interrogated by nitwits. As unbelievable as it may be, His Imperial Highness has yet to consult me on allocating his vast income. But I would definitely advise him that his treasury officers could use improved security. There's entirely too much riffraff getting in. In this terminally dull exchange, or here at the Treasury? I suppose the answer is the same to both questions. Not that it's any of your business. But it is a matter of public record. I am the 5th son of Graf Heino Flaxenrad of the Alpha Hydrae Flaxenrads. Doubtless you've heard of us. We are a prominent house minor in the Carina orbit. But while it's true that I was afforded every advantage, certain expectations are placed upon the shoulders of every young Sion. Especially if you're not firstborn or grandnephew of the Emperor. You are still expected to find a way to serve your family before father cuts you off. And regrettably, the best appointments are long since handed out by the time it gets to son number 5. By then, all that's left is finance or, perish the thought, a commission in the House Guard. A fate worse than death. But at least I'm not a girl. Nothing is wrong with them, you cretin. But when it comes to serving your family, it is much worse to be a daughter than even a 9th or 10th son. The lucky ones are married off or shipped off to the mother house on Wallach 9. Otherwise, it's the Imperial Knitting League or a tower somewhere with a lot of cats.
I require assistance!
Identify yourself.
I see someone.
Press back
Shield
up.
on! Someone here. Shield on! I need help! Kill that. There's someone here. Reveal yourself. Tossing grenade. I've got you covered.
someone.
I've been waiting for you. Kara's prepped and ready. Do you have the master transmitter? Very good. With this, I'll be able to sever the link, and the implant should not trouble her anymore. It is a complex procedure, but I'm good at what I do, and she's a tough bitch. She'll pull through. Oh, one last thing. She said she owed you a drink like proper soldiers, I believe she put it. You'll find her at the Seleucan Bull when this is over. Welcome, stranger. If you come seeking treatment, I have all manner of...
Good to see you, Trooper. Your old sergeant cleans up pretty good, huh? Wallowing in your own filth has a special funk all of its own, don't it? First round's on me. I want to thank you again, Trooper, for getting me back on my feet, fixing things between me and the doc. Oh yeah, I did say I had one final technique to show you. But Trooper, your training is never really over. Be sure to check back from time to time. I may have something new for you. You're still alive, Trooper. I take that as a professional achievement. Good to see you. I'm here a lot, Trooper. It was easy to switch my addiction back to alcohol. Thanks again for your help. Much appreciated, Trooper. Happy to tip elbows with you. As it happens, yes, I am keeping busy, Trooper. I patched things up with Gurney and the Atreides. Of course, they asked me if I wanted to do a little local cadre training. I wasn't interested at first, but then they offered me unlimited drinks here, so I'm doing a little local cadre training. Trigger time keeps you sharp. You know that, Trooper. If you're killing, it means you're not dying. You keep that sass, Trooper. It'll serve you well out in the Badlands. Half the time, the difference between winning and losing is attitude. I've been working out with Gurney Halleck again. He showed me some tactics and techniques they'd learned in the war. Find me later. You're still alive, Trooper. I take that as a professional achievement. Good to see you. Trooper, I forgot how much of a horse's ass you are. I missed you too. I've been working out with Gurney Halleck again. He showed me some tactics and techniques they'd learned in the war.
I calculated you returning a half hour ago. My name is Zane DeWitt. The sharing of personal details is exceedingly noisy, exceedingly exhausting. I compute no benefit. Yes, a mentat of no inconsiderable skill. I served House Harkonnen. Now, I do not. I apply my skills in this underworld. That is more than you need to know. Yes, we had a falling out. No. That term is reductive, but yes, this conversation is concluded. I calculated you returning a half hour ago. Before we progress further, tell me, why do you wish to be a mentat? Perceiving more layers of reality is a worthwhile goal. However, the more strands we pull, the greater the gulf of our ignorance becomes apparent. Realization can drive even keen minds mad. Only the dim and ignorant suffer the delusion of understanding reality. I have recorded the blood data from the Atreides deserters as well as my conclusions on this mimic film. See that Thufir Hawat receives this. He will see its value. He will see my value. He must.
I expected you. Sorry. Occupational hazard. I predicted this would happen, though I prayed I was wrong. Let's have it then. Well, bring me a mnemic film, or do not. In fact, I would prefer the latter. I expected you. Sorry. I expected you. Sorry. Occupational hazard. I predicted this would happen. Well, bring...
I calculated you returning a half hour ago. Did you show my data to Thufir or what yet? That does not calculate. I did everything right. My data was impeccable, useful, vital. He's letting emotion taint his logic. Everyone lets emotion corrupt their logic. They do not understand their slavish surrender to the illogical. It defies all reason. Yes, of course. I am not pinioned by emotion. I must consider a more extreme stratagem. In the meantime, I owe you training. Above all, the Mentat must be a generalist, not a specialist. Specialists are paralyzed by nitpicking and quibbles over commas. The Mentat generalist brings to decision-making a healthy common sense. They must embrace the broad sweep of what is happening in his universe. Say, there's no mystery about this at the moment. This is what we want now. But it may prove wrong later. But we'll correct that when we come to it. Then let us begin. You continue to be an anomaly of rapid learning. I calculated you returning a half hour ago. I know what we have to do now. I know what drastic measures will lead us to success. I have run the computations day and night. I have gone over and over the equation that is Thufir Hawat. I have a solution. There is a Harkonnen informant kept in an Atreides base. You will go. You will assassinate this informant. This is merely the first step in an elaborate plan with phases both myriad and multiform. I will explain the rest when you return. I will be here, working out the rest of the many details. I calculated you return. Is it done? Have you put your assassination? Opportunity does not arrive, it is manufactured.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching. Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching. Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Can I fly you somewhere today? Music to my ears. Where do you want to go? The basin is a pretty big place. Most folks try to stay clear of. Let's try to avoid any pot.
Still alive, are you?
Someone's here.
I see someone. Where's backup?
You're back! Did he listen? Do I have access to the research of Kynes? Why? Why does it harm him to let me see the work that Kynes was doing? Did I ever tell you why I became a planetologist? My parents were peons, planet-bound servants. But the planet we lived on was barely populated. It was an agri-world, crops from pole to pole. We were responsible for almost the entire southern hemisphere. As long as the quotas were met, we were left alone. But I thought we could do more. So I begged my parents for sugar wire reels on farming and planetology. And more, I began to understand the relationships that govern systems. I found a way to increase our crop yields by 70%. House Alexin gained wealth, and I was sent to Kytane to study planetology in earnest. But on Kytane, perhaps we should speak of this another time. This business with Cyprian, it reminds me of my time on Kytane. Bad memories. I don't want to revisit my past anymore. I'm sorry. Return later.